Hey everybody, it's Jason Blaha here, and once again it's time for another Dadbod to Daddy training vlog, and today was leg day, so we started the day off with squats, making some minor changes. I'm going to start working in more heavy rep work after the training max. Today I only did one set, and then I did one pause set after the top set, mainly because I wanted to get done really quick. I have some potential repairs being done by maintenance people in the garage this morning, and I wanted to get finished before their scheduled window to come in and get the work done, because otherwise it would interfere with my workout. And to me, trying to squeeze in a couple more sets of squats and then missing my accessory work wasn't worth it. I felt like I got a good workout with it, so just came in and knocked it all out. And actually this workout took me about 30 minutes. This was a 30-minute workout. So we ramped up to 405. Came in, just kind of added plates. I kind of showed my warm-ups there. For those curious, I did one warm-up rep, not on camera. I'm not a big warm-up guy, and a lot of people I think are surprised to hear that, because I'm really big on longevity under the barbell, and I'm 47 years old. But I don't do it. I don't do a lot of it. For me, we just warm up like this. So came in, did my 405, and again, I'm going to get this back up to 500. That is one of my goals, even though I'm mostly physique-based right now, working on my physique, working on getting leaner, working on getting more proportionate, bringing the biceps up, things like that. I do want my squat back to 500. And I think it's an important kind of benchmark for me to reach for. So we did a 405 here. Felt pretty decent. Looking at the footage, I probably should have sank it a little deeper. Ideally, I would have liked that another inch or two deeper. I'm just going to call it like it is. It would definitely pass in powerlifting, because I know where I'm at with this camera angle versus other stuff when I film to the side. So I do know where I'm at, and it would pass. But for my own personal standard, I should have sank that a hair deeper. But I didn't really look at that footage. I just kind of loaded it in here and spaced stuff out. All right, so I went ahead and did my back off set. I did 365. Just wanted to get a good triple in with this, which we did. And I think what I'm going to start doing is maybe start working triples with 365 after my top set. And if I have to, we might take some of these to failure, and or consider a rest pause set once I get a couple sets deep into those. So again, taking a lot of what I'm doing with the pretty hardcore training on the failure and the extended sets and things, and I might apply it to some squats, okay, with a little rest pause work. But I'm going to have to ease into that. This week was probably not a good week to try to do that, because it could have created a lot of fatigue and then extended the workout. So I'm gonna get used to doing the back off work again, and we're just going to build it from there. Let's get real good at squats again. I feel like it'll help me. So here I just did 315 on the bar, did a nice long pause, about as long as I felt like I could pause and still get it up out of the hole. So it went okay, but obviously that was heavy coming back out of the hole, looking at the bar speed after sitting down there doing a little breathing pause. All right, belt squats, I'm getting stronger at these now, right? We are getting stronger. So this is the case of this exercise is going up, it's progressing. I'm going to need to start adding weight, and I think I'm going to start doing, again, the same thing here. And again, this can get brutal. Doing any sort of rest pause and stuff like that on leg work can get tough real fast. But this is going to be an exercise I think I may want to start doing some of that on too. I'll have to think about where I want to place those sets, because you only do so many of them. So these went good though. I got 8 and 8, and I knew they weren't limit sets, even though they were more reps than I did last week, using the same range of motion, same form. So I got 8, and then I squeezed out 10 on the final set. So what does that tell us? It tells us, in spite of the cut, in spite of the weight loss happening, my leg strength is coming back. We're getting some decent muscle memory in there for all of that. So keep working at it, right? But these felt good. Like, I was happy with this, and so I realized I'm either going to have to, I may have to add a little bit of weight to kind of be in the rep ranges I want. But even then, you know, 8 to 10 is a decent spot to be in, I think, particularly for a second exercise. Even though a lot of this I want a little heavier, I might do that. I might leave it here for another week, take the sets a little further, maybe do some rest pause. We'll see how we do on these though after doing a little more squatting, because that could create additional fatigue to make these harder. But again, I feel like this is coming along, which tells me my quads are probably growing, right? They're probably growing. So we want to continue that trend. I think particularly as I'm trying to lose body fat and cut, if I rebuild some of the quad off muscle memory, continue to build it, that's a good thing in a calorie deficit, even though it's a very small deficit. So very happy with the performance on this today. The squats not so much, because I didn't feel stronger on squats today. So I'm going to have to just keep working them and keep working it up. Calf raises did the same thing as last time, but I managed to squeeze out, I think, one more rep. So doing the 405. Now, the tricky thing for these is finding the position on the plate that's comfortable when I stand on it. That was the hardest part today. Because, again, that's a lot of pressure being put, on my feet. Right? A lot of pressure on my feet. So, again, finding the right balance on there. But again, the calves get lit up from it, and I feel all that tension and stretch and everything in the calves. And again, I feel like this exercise, even though I have good calves genetically, big calves from doing other stuff, I do feel like, yeah, this exercise is what I need to kind of bring them up another tier. Obviously, my calves are good, and arguably I could probably not even work them at this point. But again, if we want to maximize everything, we want good development, let's go ahead and train the calves. Plus, again, we come over to the point of fat loss, right? Even though my training is somewhat minimalist, the carryover, the epoch, the effects on other activity from the muscle gain is real for calorie burn. And I actually suspect one reason my calorie burn is so good, a lot of times people are shocked when they find out what I eat. I think my calves do play a big role, right? Because I probably just burn more calories in general walking or doing any light cardio or anything else, purely because of those big calves and the swing weight and the metabolically active tissue involved. I personally suspect it could be a factor, right? Could be a factor. So let's see if we can get them a little bigger and see if it affects my metabolic rate over time. I'm actually curious to see. I think it might. So we did this, and then we finished up with one set of hanging leg raises to get some abs in for the day, which you guys will see here at the end. But overall, pretty happy with the day's workout. Even though it was brief, we did everything I needed to get done. So I hope it has been informative, and I will talk to you guys and gals next time.